guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've recently moved, and when I was going through all of my stuff and packing it and purging and all of that, I found some of my old sketchbooks, like really old, like years old, like pre-college old. And so I thought it would be kind of cool to just go through them and share some of my old drawings with you guys. Art was definitely a creative outlet for me. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get started. So first sketchbook, I know this is from one of my drawing classes, but I don't know which one, but it was definitely from when I was in high school. So, and all of them look like this just because these were the ones that were provided for us, so we all had the same sketchbook. So first one we have is a sphere. How nice. Next is a cube. This one, so I remember making it, but I don't remember what it was about. All I remember is that it's meant to be an abstract representation of emotion. Don't know what emotions, I will leave that up to you, but it was done with colored pencil. Next one is just a flower, probably experimenting with color. Next one, this was inspired by, oh gosh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This one, I don't know, it's one of those ones that you just kind of draw because it's in your head. Next is just a carriage because, I mean, I love carriages. Next is fruit, done in colored pencil because every artist must start with fruit. I'm dying. Okay. Not dying anymore. Next one, if y'all don't know who Azam Ali is, I discovered her in high school. I don't remember how, but she's like one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite, Middle Eastern music artists, and hearing her music was actually how I got into Middle Eastern art, or Middle Eastern music, and it's how I got into belly dancing and all of that, so I decided to draw her. And I'll put a picture of it. I'll put a picture of it right here, but I added in like a maroon type of color, like a pop of color on her ring and on her lips because I thought that would look cool. Next is another portrait that I had to do for class, actually. I was so proud of this. I had so much fun with this. Next is just sort of another baby bat indicator. It's just a collage of different things. So there's a cliff with a castle, and it's nighttime and stormy by the seaside, and a cross headstone, some vampire lips, a rose, a mask, an eye, an open grave. You know, the normal stuff. This next one was an exercise. We had to experiment with different drawing patterns. I hated it, but I did it. Next is just a self-portrait that I did. This was before I learned the technique on how to create portraits. This was one of those pre-technique exercises just so she could gauge where each of us was at. Next is also from a drawing class in high school. Looks like it was the independent studio class that I took. Only certain students are allowed to take this class, so it depended on, really it was up to the art teacher. So this looks like I was just practicing doing portraits with, there's a baby and a woman screaming. We had to do different like angles, different people, yeah. Okay, so this is a thumbnail of sorts of a larger piece that I did. I ended up making this huge 3D type of thing for this, but the bigger version had black feathers that I bought from Hobby Lobby. So looks like these next these next couple of pages are thumbnails for a self-portrait that we had to do. So I was just trying to figure out like what would look best in terms of color and position. Next sketchbook is from my first ever drawing class, drawing 1 and 2. This should be interesting. I love drawing hands, but practice makes perfect, and this is apparently the first hand I ever drew, and it's terrible. The next few looks like I had to draw my finger or my hand in different positions, so. Also, I apologize if any of these are gang signs. I don't know what this is, but it's the ghosts of my past. This next one, I tried drawing a kind of goth Santa, or like a cooler Santa, like mall goth type Santa, I'd say. Next is some color experimentation and shading with oil pastels. I love oil pastels. I don't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure it was an assignment that I probably hated doing because I'm not interested in this kind of stuff at all. But she made me do it. Next is from my AP drawing class. Okay, the only thing in this apparently are just a bunch of thumbnails, and they're all too light. Well, maybe I could show you this one. But so when you create a work of art, like a full piece, you do thumbnails first. At least that's how I was taught. So you can experiment with different positions, different lighting, different shading, color, pretty much anything and everything before you create the final piece. So here's just an example. The full piece was a black and white chessboard that I ended up doing, but as you can see, I experimented with different like points of views and positioning of the pieces and whatnot. I remember making this, I wanted to represent like my inner stuff that was going on. Well, do that with pretty much all these, but okay, this one was a gift. This sketchbook was a gift to me from probably one of my parents. I honestly don't remember. And obviously many of these pages are blank. Oh, here's a hand. Here's a lovely picture. This next one I tried just drawing a picture that I saw on the internet. It's when I was first discovering goth, I was like, oh, the things I'm into are actually representative of something or whatever. Like, I thought I was just weird. Which I probably am. But it's funny when you think of yourself as like non-conforming and totally like out there when there's a whole subculture of you guys. Okay, here's another one I tried drawing of a picture I saw on the internet. This is obviously before I learned how to actually draw faces. Here's an eyeball. Here's a tattered angel type thing. Here's a negative of a rose I tried doing. Oh, that's nice. This next one, so I used to draw all of my makeup ideas. This next one was based on like different songs, so. Okay, last one. Oh, I remember this one. This one doesn't have a lot in it, but the first one is a bat. A friend of mine actually wanted me to draw a bat for her that she could get tattooed on her. I don't know if she actually did it or not, but I mean, I had fun drawing the bat, so. Some more makeup ideas. I actually think I ended up doing this one for my Bile Halloween video. I don't know if that's still up. I kind of hope it is. It's probably not. I don't know. I had fun making it though. There might be some clips of it in my, like if you go way back on my Instagram, you might be able to find some clips of it, or at least some pictures. Right, these next two actually kind of go together, but this first one, I wanted to do 4 mini portraits of pose girls. So I tried doing Morella and Ligeia, but they ended up terrible, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hate that I can't just draw what's in my head, you know? Oops, I accidentally tore that. But the next one is much better. Didn't finish it. But I again decided to do pose girls, but just their eyes. So up top is Morella. In the middle was supposed to be Annabelle Lee, and on the bottom is Ligeia. And so I really wanted to capture each of their personalities, and I don't know, just I think I need to shade around a little more. I don't know. See, every time, I never finished it because I ended up hating it, but also because I honestly just didn't want to do Annabelle Lee. I was like, no, I don't think I'll do her. I like the poem, just not the idea of her in my head. Or yeah. Anyways, next one is just some color experimentations for the previous drawing. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up because it was a lot of fun going through all of these with you guys. Alright, I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.